Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon. Big show yesterday, Gunslingers, massive show, and there's no way that was going out without having a follow up. I had to have my say on the matter, and I know there's a couple of other panelists who wanted their say. So, with no further ado, we're going straight in. Let's get going. When you want to see me, when you, I will never leave you. No, you don't want to see me. Let me introduce my beautiful panel. Here we go. Look at this star-studded lineup again, boy. We're looking at. So, George, sorry you went to the intro video. Obviously, it was a last-minute kind of call-up. Obviously, you didn't have work in the end, so yeah, you managed to jump on the stream.
He's on loan. He doesn't get into the intro, bro. He's on loan for now.
Yeah. How you keeping though? You're right, yeah?
I'm good, man. Thanks. I'm good. Pleasure to be here as always.
Lovely. I'm seeing lovely Arsenal shirts and all that. It's looking good. It's very red, and I'm here in the bar humbug of the black. But there's a reason why I'm wearing black today because, yeah, it's a sad day. We're going to come to that in a minute. But Silver Fox, how you keeping?
Yeah, all good, bro. All good. Can't complain.
Good.
Gutted they weren't the game yesterday, but you know what? We can watch everyone else fail, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And my guy, the Nigerian Englishman, how you keeping?
When you want to see me, I'm in West London this evening. Giving me the feelings, no, I'm not leaving. Till I fly LA next weekend.
Peru, Dara. Hey, bit of Ed Sheeran and Fireboy to start the day off. You get this? Oh yeah, now.
What are you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Feeling good. Ready, excited about ending the year on a positive, like good things to talk about Arsenal, man. That's what I like to hear.
For real. So before we go any further, really honestly, obviously this is Gunslingers Part 2. Obviously yesterday's shows, guys, if you're watching this one and missed yesterday, make sure you go back and check that one out. But some breaking news has just come out. Arteta's tested positive for COVID. It's come out in the last 5 minutes, so he will miss the City game. Do you reckon he's running scared? Or do you reckon it's genuine? Kunle, we're coming to Nigerian. We're coming to you first. What's your thoughts on that? Obviously, do you think it'd be a big miss him on the touchline?
Like, to be honest, this is going to be an interesting one because I've always said that I believe his side on the side antics sometimes can be a bit much, where the players might feel just let us breathe sometimes. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, I think he's drilled them all the systems in like over and over again every 90 minutes after 90 minutes. So it'll be nice to see what they're like without him, innit? To see if he's really instilled his style. So it'll be good. But the worst team to test it out against, though, to be honest. But boy, I don't know, man. To be honest, at the end of the day, when I look at the City games, it's like I look for -3 goals to Arsenal and losing within 20 minutes. So I don't know, man. Like, this game is just like, let's go out and have fun. We're on a good run. Let's go out and have fun. This result's not going to determine our season. So,
no, definitely. George, thoughts on Arteta?
Might miss that energy on the sideline because he is relentless with it, but it is that. And I think I'm gonna lie to you, if we have someone in his obviously camp that can replicate his energy, I think it will be needed, because I don't know if the players can automatically just think for themselves, especially in this climate right now. We've got like a lot of players playing in like different positions and stuff like that. Obviously, like Ben White will probably more than likely play right back if Tomiyasu is not back. Like, will he need that guidance and that encouragement? Like, especially if he's playing right back, the touchline's just there, so it'll be easy for him to talk to. So, it'll be good to see in it. Like, sometimes it is the worst game for also the best game because our expectations are not there. So, it's good for them just to maybe just throw them in the deep water and see how they cope.
No, I hear you on that one. And yeah, Silver Fox, your thoughts on it?
Well, we could see that it might be Albert Strivenberg. That's the genius
Behind it
what's
all,
going
yeah.
on at the minute.
Like
I
Steve Bold when
don't
he
know
had
if
the
he's
role
got
that
it or
time.
not, but obviously I think he'll be on the touchline if he hasn't got it. So it'll be interesting. I'm not going to lie, I was quietly confident about the City game because New Year's
Really?
Day, Jack Grealish and Foden would be hungover. It would have been all right, but you know, this has come out now, and I don't know. Let's see what Albert can do.
Yeah. So again, wish him and Arteta well. Obviously, we hope he hasn't got like
sure.
heavy symptoms.
Second time he's had it as well.
Yeah,
Isn't
he had it. He was he was the first guy to have it in the first bout of like the first when it first come over to England, didn't he? So yeah, hopefully he recovers well. Well wishes to him and his family. Hopefully not too many others in the camp have got it. Obviously we know Tomiyasu and Cedric had it, and Sambi Lokonga. So let's hope we don't get a massive spread.
Do we have any idea who's back for the City game in terms of those?
I think I'm not. They didn't really announce when they went down with it. So first we heard of it was on match day, wasn't it? It was like these three are not in the squad due to COVID. So if Tomiyasu had it like 3 days before, he might be back for the City game. I'm hoping he is back. To be fair, that's the main one out of the three who had it for me, because obviously Sambi will probably be on the bench anyway. And said if Tomiyasu's there, Cedric's not really needed. So. Not in a horrible way, but you know that's enough on that, because we're gonna have a preview show and we can discuss all those things there. This is the roundup, halfway point in the season. This is why we had to do a Gunslingers part 2, because those guys, they repped yesterday, but I feel we need these voices on this as well. So we're gonna go into bits they missed out on yesterday. We're gonna touch upon today. So this is gonna be real quick. We only got like about 40 minutes left of this stream, so if best we can do quick. What I'm gonna do is I might just go around. Each person gets one person, unless someone really has something extra to say on it. We're gonna keep it that way. Yeah. So first person we're gonna go into, Silver Tony. We're gonna come to you. You're gonna have Aaron Ramsdale. Rating so far for his half.
I was hoping you'd give me him. I really was. No, he has. King touched on it yesterday. He was one of the underwhelming signings, if you like. We thought we were signing a backup goalkeeper. And then he just come in and he's literally just made the position his own. His distribution is well, I mean, it's up there in the league this season. 10 clean sheets from 17. I mean, the numbers are mad. And he's made the number one spot his own now. What I like about him is that he brings something different to the team that we haven't had before. He's kind of that quarterback, where he can launch the ball forward. He sees a player free, he's giving it to him. So like he's shooting it down the Lacazette or Aubameyang. That's your wide receivers or your tight ends, and then playing it back, with the Ben Whites and the Gabriels and the fullbacks. They're your running backs. He knows exactly what he's doing. So it's kind of like the quarterback goalkeeper. It's a soccer show today. But yeah, no, I like what he's done. His saves have been phenomenal. I'm tired of hearing that. Oh, he does it for the cameras and all that malarkey. But yeah, he gets a 9 for me. He gets 9. He's the kind of player like people will call him to be captain, but he doesn't need to be captain. He just carries on what he's doing. We're fine.
Yeah. Anyone got any pushback on that? Everyone happy with a 9, or are we thinking higher?
I'm happy with a 9, yeah. But can I ask a question? Was he a hidden gem, or did they see that talent?
No, because they must have seen it.
Did we miss this talent? Because there's no way, like obviously, listen, he was at Sheffield United before. We're not really gonna sit there on Soccer Sunday and watch Sheffield United. Like, no disrespect to them, but do you think they have just obviously been seeing this talent over and over and over?
For me personally, I think he was definitely targeted because there was a lot of other keepers they could have gone for. Like no one was calling really for Leno to be replaced yet. It was kind of like we've got so many other areas we need to address. We can just leave Leno for another season. He's a good shot stopper. Yes, he's got limitations with his football playing ability. Yeah. But again, I think what was telling is they signed him and he came straight into the first team. He didn't spend any time on the bench. He came straight in from the next game he was in, and he hasn't been dislodged. So I think they knew what they was getting themselves into when they signed him. And they've pulled off a gem, in my opinion. I don't think
100%,
anyone
'cause
realised he was this
Yeah,
good.
For me, the thing with Ramsdale was like, I only had issue when they were talking like 35 million for him. Like that's the only issue I had. Like in terms of whether he'd be good, I knew that there must have been something he does better than Leno for the fact that we're going in for him. I knew because I hadn't watched him to know it, but I knew he must be good with the ball at his feet because Leno isn't. Or why would we be risking spending this amount of money? You know what I'm saying? So I always had confidence he'd be good. When I heard it was 25 million or whatever, how much we spent for him, the 26, I thought, okay, English tax. I mean, you expect that, and he's got a lot of Premier League experience, so that I was excited about that. So
yeah, definitely. So yeah, I
he's
think we're all happy
definitely
with.
over exceeded my expectation.
Yeah, definitely. So I think we're all happy
we
with the
knew,
9.
we kind of knew with the price as well that he was going to, and how young he was, that he was going to be the long term answer to Leno, just not this quickly.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to start straight away like that. But yeah, I don't think no one's got any issues with him at all. And again, another thing that was thrown at him, not even just the Leno factor, the price of it, but it was almost we let Emi Martinez go for less than we brought Ramsdale for. So he's had a lot of things to deal with because, yeah, we all seen how good Emi is. So yeah,
But no one's
everyone's
talking
happy
about
with
him anymore.
That's
No
the thing.
one's
That's what you
talking
can
about
do.
him.
That's all you can do. So yeah, I think everyone's in agreement 9. Jords, I'm going to come to you for the next one. You're going to have Tomiyasu.
I think Tomiyasu overall, I think he's been a good solid 8. Solid 8, pushing 8.5. I will give him a 9 if he was able to release the shackles a bit more.
That's why I'll come to you for him, because I know you question sometimes him helping Saka a bit more and getting past him. He doesn't do it enough for you. We saw it with Cedric the other day when Cedric played against, what game did we go? Is it West Ham?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cedric was just constantly
No,
gone.
It weren't that. It was another game, but yeah. I'm not sure it was that game because I was arguing. I was saying no, he needs to go because
so I think it was the next game Cedric played. Yeah.
So just quickly, I watched I missed the Arsenal Norwich game, but I watched the highlights on it and whatnot, and I see Norwich made the mistake of not doubling up on Saka, and he just capitalized. The first goal didn't even show him away from the goal, showed him inside, let him have space. So now it's apparent why everyone that we play against is doubling up on Saka. So it shows that he can do it, but also when you get doubled up on, you can't always beat 2 players. It's exhausting. It's actually draining for him probably, and he always gets kicked. So you need Tomiyasu to go to make it more even. He might not even give you the ball, but he uses your run as a decoy.
So you can go inside. And what was apparent, if you watch the Norwich goal, the second goal, you saw Saka got the ball and there was 2 there, and Odegaard went like an inside run. Yeah. And then Lacazette pulled the other way, and it just opened up the space for Saka to say thank you, and went in there and just finished it. So if you watch it again, watch where Odegaard and Lacazette are, and both of them went boom like that, and it just created that space. And Saka literally just said, right, I'm taking that, then I'm finishing. And so, yeah, I think Tomiyasu has been good. Anyone think he deserves higher than an 8? I'm going to go 8.5 because 8's too low for him.
Yeah, 8.5.
He's been.
You see what it is, yeah? I wanted to nearly give him a 9 just because he came to save us from Bellerin. Like you don't ever have to see Bellerin on that right back. Just to come in as a savior. And let's be honest, he hasn't. I wouldn't say he's exceptional, but it just highlights how bad Bellerin has been over the years because he does such simple stuff so well. And I agree with what you lot were saying, but I would say over the last 4 games that he's played in, he's tried to get forward a lot more, providing Saka with an option a lot better than he was in the earlier part of the season. But the guy's a beast. If you put the ball in that area, he go collect out. Headers, no one is beating him for a header. It's a madness, literally. Don't even cross it to that side because Tommy's dealing with it, chopping it up, bro. Samurai style.
Love that.
I'll give him an 8.5.
All right, we got 8.5 for Tomiyasu. That's not a bad rating. Nigerian, we're coming to you next, and you have got Ben White. Very quick.
Benjamin.
Ben White.
Ben, he had a rocky start at Brentford, but it's like no one wanted to hear COVID excuses on the first day of the season. But now all of these clubs are singing COVID, COVID, COVID. So the irony of that, man, the irony. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was lucky he wasn't available for the Chelsea game because I don't know. Lukaku might have run rings around him that time, but it gave him a chance to sit back and look at the team. And he came back into a more stable side when he came back into the team. And since then, I like him, and I still think there's sometimes he makes the wrong decision, but I like the fact that he's a ball carrying centre back and he gives us that option if it's a low block and there's not really much going around. He's not scared to run with the ball and beat a man or look for a pass. So for me,
he's a running back.
Yeah, something like that, right? So I'll give Ben so far, people might think this is harsh. I'll give him a 6.57. I still think I think 6.5 because I think there's a great player there, but there's room for improvement personally.
I'm not going to push back. I would have given 7, but fair enough. We'll take your expertise. I'll go Gabriel. That's all I will say. Think he's been solid. Been a very good start to the season. We've showing how much we missed him the games he was out. And he's been the rock on that side. And I think he's made everyone improve in that back line. So I'm going to go 9 for him. I haven't seen any real major issues, like any mistakes he's made. Do you know what I mean? I can't look at go and say that's Gabriel's fault there. Like, I think he gets a solid 9. So we move on to the left back. We're going to go with both left backs because both of them have played quite a few games each. So we're going to go back reverse order because I know he's your guy. Nigerian, you got Tomiyasu. Not Tomiyasu, so you got Tavares.
Tavares. Look, I don't want anyone to think I hate on Tavares. I love the guy, the energy. Like I think we got 8 million or something we paid for him. Still. I'd say I can't give him more than Benjamin, so I'm gonna give him a 6.5 too, because he 6.5 too, man. I can't say he's done better than Ben White. Like he's done good bits, but I think he's still too raw, and learning from Tierney is gonna make him a better player as well, and humbling himself watching Tierney for the next few weeks, as we've seen what Kieran's all about. My captain, you know.
I'm gonna push back. I feel what he showed in them 5 games he played, I think he's pushed Tierney again because let's be honest, Tierney wasn't having the best of the season. I don't know if it was he had injuries or niggles or whatever and was playing through the pain barrier, but I feel he came in and kind of gave Tierney the kick at the backside he might have needed, because before that last season, if Tierney was 30% fit, we're calling Tierney's got to play. And this year now we're kind of saying, look, Tierney's struggling a bit. He can have a rest. And do you know what I mean? So I think
for sure. But I do think Arteta's got it wrong with the Liverpool and the Man U game. Personally, a game against not Newcastle, Watford, them type of teams, like he'll rip that up, bro. Especially them home games. But you saw in the games like Everton away, naivety, United, Liverpool away, all them away games. There's still that level of naivety and. You know, whenever he gets to the byline, you're never really sure what he's gonna do. Like, is he gonna whip it in? Is he gonna cut inside on his right? Which can be a positive, but also a negative as well.
Negative, yeah. He's definitely got some learning and growing to do. But I think we're all, regardless of what we think how his season's been, I do think we're all probably in agreement it's been another good signing, a real shrewd signing, and he's definitely one for the future. So cool.
But I'm not even going to push back on Ben. And you push back on Tavares.
I think both of them have been really good, to be fair. But I just, you know, my Tavares agenda. But that's why I went to you, because you're going to give me a more unbiased opinion on him. Right. So, George, you got Tierney.
Ooh, you kind of answered it in your last one. In the pushback.
I think you've almost got 2 scores from him. I think you might have a score before injury and a score after injury, because I think it's been 2 different players. If that
score before injury, he was stinking. Honestly, he was bad, but he was injured. And like you're saying, we're always calling upon Tierney to play, and we're like literally putting him to breaking point.
Yeah,
like he just comes on, he'll play and then he'll just randomly just go down, and we're like, how's he going down again? But that's because he's not recovered. We're calling on him to play when he's not fit. And if it's muscle injuries, he'll be playing through muscle injuries and getting another muscle injury because everything's accommodating to that one specific injury and stuff like that. But I think it's good that he's had the rest now. And I think the last couple of games, he has been or looking like the Tierney of old from last season. So I think I'm going to give him a 7. I think that averages it out 6.5, 7. I think that's fair enough to average it out. His whole performance, scored a great goal against Norwich.
Yeah, he's had a couple of assists since he's come back as well. So yeah, I think everyone happy with a 7 for Tierney. Cool, I love that. Right, we're moving to the midfield. Granit Xhaka, first one up. And no, actually, Partey. Tony, you can go Partey. I'm going to take Xhaka.
Nah, give him Xhaka, bro. Give him Xhaka.
I'm taking Xhaka. Nah. You got Partey, Tony.
I'll take Thomas part-time. I'll take him. Part-time. Yeah, he's had a 50-50 season for me. When he's had good games, he's controlled the midfield. And then there's just some games that you haven't really seen him. And I wish he could just stop shooting a bit. But yeah, I'm going to be quick on this one. I'm going 50-50. I'm going to be generous 6, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, we can see he's got the quality there, but he just hasn't shown it enough at times. But we all, I think, agree.
He's got it in him. He's got it in him. But yeah, at the moment,
I think, and again, it's the start of the season form. You know what I mean? We've kind of gone past that. And again, I'm going to go with Xhaka. Everyone knows my feelings on that guy. Not the biggest fan at all. I think the Man City game, I was ready to be done. Actually, Chelsea game in pre-season, I was done. My head was gone with him. But since he's come back after that which is the game he played? The first one was Everton. And it was Everton.
Was it Everton?
He came back in the game and we stunk.
Wasn't it?
What's that? I can't remember.
Was it West Ham or something like that?
It was Everton. It was an away game.
We lost, and then he's played every game since then. He came back in one game, we lost, and
Man United.
Arteta watched the breakdown and gave Xhaka some few tips in it.
Some freedom. No, I think it was Everton, wherever it was. But since then, he has been good. Actually, I've been quietly impressed. I think we've eliminated some of the role where he has to receive the ball off the back line on the half turn. So we've kind of said, right, let Partey do that. You be the third person in the pass, and you can play us forward. So I'm actually going to give him a 6 as well. I think since he's come back from injury, that is looking like our best partnership. Do we need better? Probably, but at the same time, at the moment, until they do something wrong, them boys keep playing in there. We're not going to score Sambi. I just don't think he's played enough, and some of the games he's been thrown into have been very difficult games. So we're not going to score Sambi.
I'll still give him a 7.
Score Sambi.
You reckon?
I give him a 7. I give him a 7.5. I think
he's played enough.
All right, Sambi.
You lot are way too generous with these scores.
We're going to even out. We're going to call it a 7. We've got 1 6.5. We've got 2 7.5.
Brother,
so we're going to call it a 7.
Are you telling me? Okay. I'll let that slide. I'll let it slide.
We're going to call it a 7. He has looked good when he's played, but obviously it's just that consistency of playing regular. But even that, I think sometimes when he has played, the team hasn't been too settled around him either. So he stood out. He's not, for me, he doesn't hide. And that's what I like about him. But we're going to keep moving. We're going to go to Odegaard, Nigeria. No, SilvaFox, you're first on Odegaard. You got a minute to wrap this up.
Odegaard. I was very critical at the start.
Yeah,
when we bought him as well, I was really underwhelmed. I think that's something to do with the Madison links and stuff like that. But the more I watch him, the more I fall in love with him. We didn't really see it too much last season. I think it was probably against West Ham was his best game.
Yeah.
At the London Stadium. Didn't really do too much for me, but this season I've seen what he's about. He seems to be more of an 8 for me. It's just there's something about him where he picks up the ball from deep and he can bring it forward.
I
think he can play both roles. I honestly do. I think he can. And what I've seen from him is that he starts to play off, doesn't he? And I've never really noticed it until recently. And now he's adding goals to his game.
Yeah.
So I'm encouraged by what I see. He's only young as well, so he's only going to get better. So definitely. I will give him an 8.
Ooh.
Like I'm in agreement with Tony in terms of my attitude to Odegaard at the start of the season. I was twerking for Madison in the summer.
I heard. I saw you.
I was saying,
Batty riders are on and everything. But I saw you.
Batty flicks and all sorts, man. I thought, drop the money. But boy, no one could tell me Madison is better than him now. Like no one can tell me he's better. I'm not saying he's
Really?
better than Madison or vice versa. I'm saying they're both would have
Good
been
players.
great signings for us, and obviously we always pick the cheaper option. And if you had to give me who has a higher ceiling, I'd say definitely Odegaard. And he's managed to play back-to-back games without any sort of him going down and us getting worried that he's injured or he's got a knock. So I'm liking a lot of Odegaard. Would I go as far as giving it an 8 out of 10? No, because of the first half of the games that this season he was kind of too many touches on the ball, like dwelling on it, quite soft on the ball. Even though he was running around everywhere, I'd give him a 7. I'd give him a 7. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's balance out Odegaard with 7.5. I do agree with. I think he started the season, he struggled. We wasn't playing well. But again, if you remember, he came out the team for a while, and Lacazette was playing as the 10 because we wasn't getting much from him. So let's not. Obviously, the recent form has been good, and hopefully he keeps it going that way. But yeah, I think a 7.5 is a fair score for Odegaard. Let's move on to this is where it gets juicy now. We're gonna go Bukayo Saka first. Jordy, you get Saka.
Hey, listen. He struggled at the beginning. He struggled at the beginning. But you know what, yeah?
I would put that down to tiredness, and because he didn't get a proper preseason, did he? Because he
didn't get proper preseason. You got to remember that the backlash that he received in the summer was ridiculous. So you know what, yeah? Bit biased because I'm a young boy. Saka and Emil are young boys, and I love to see them do well. I wouldn't give Saka a 9.5 because of characteristics. Like, do you know why? That without Saka, we lose our drive. Yeah, regardless. Anyway, he's now adding numbers to his game, and this is the way football's going. It's about numbers now. So, like Mr. Silver Fox said about Odegaard, Odegaard's now putting numbers on the thing. Saka, everything we do goes through Saka. Every game, Saka gets doubled up on. The game he didn't showed you why he gets doubled up on. We was at the West Ham game. We see Diop run from one side of the pitch to the other to make sure Masuaku had a partner in stopping this guy. Yeah. And I'm tired of him being compared to other people. I'm not saying he's better than them or not, but let Saka just be Saka and just keep enjoying his football and keep performing the way he has. And
Tell them.
Obviously, you know the backlash that he received in the summer.
Yeah,
so to come back,
I think what you're saying is correct actually, because that could break a lot of players.
That could break anyone.
Yeah. So for him to actually be back performing the way he does, and he's just so humble and quiet, and you don't hear nothing about him. He just seems like he's just got his head down and he's just doing his thing. So I think, for what he's had to go through this summer, again, not having a proper preseason for a young boy at his age to play that much in the Euros, to then have that disappointment, to come back the way he has, I actually think a 9.5 again is probably right, because actually it's not even what he's done on the field, it's behind the scenes, off the field, what he's had to go through to now be performing at this level again. Yeah, I'm not in any disagreement. Any of you two? Good.
I'd say a 9 personally.
I would say a 9 as well. So we're looking at 9.
Just because he still doesn't know how to shoot, even though his numbers are madness, which is the craziest part of how good Saka's going to be. He still doesn't know how to shoot, but he's banging in goals. Like, it's crazy. Can you imagine when he does? Like, because if you see the dangerous positions he gets in, just like Jordan was saying, it's like he's our most dangerous player. That's a fact. For me, I'm kind of agreeing with what SKTV saying. He's from player of the season, because even when he was playing bad, he'd still show something. He'd still create something. Do you get what I mean? So I'll go with a 9. Sure.
Cool. All right. So we give Saka a 9 then. I think I'm happy with that. Right, we move on. I'm gonna let you have your guy, Nigerian. You can have the one they call Martinelli.
Ah, my guy.
I see what you did there, Gumsa.
All right. So Martinelli, he's been a breath of fresh air. And I don't know if I want to admit it or not, but is it that Arteta managed him well, getting him back, like his muscles strength up, and not throwing him in the side when everyone was just screaming his name? Did he hold him back? Rightfully so, because the reason I want to ask that is he's played like 7 games in a row and not looked like he's ready to stop. Whereas prior to that, he'd play 1 game and they would be like, "Oh, what's wrong with Marcelli?" Or he'd come back and get another little knock. And I don't know, could it be Arteta just was holding him back, or genius for deciding, okay, your body needs to heal properly, you need to build up your muscle strength, and then I'm going to throw you in? Because now he's come in this season, he's not looked back. And he's not like whenever he scores, he goes on high fives Arteta. He's talking about positive things about him in interviews and stuff. So that doesn't sound like a player that's pissed with his manager and his decisions. Obviously, he's just your typical youngster, eager to get on the pitch. But in terms of what the manager's doing with him, you can see it makes sense. So for me, I still think I still don't want him to be rushed into the center of the pitch just yet.
Nah, I think he's fine where he is on the left.
Is perfect. So I'd give him, I'd give him a 7.5 because he wasn't really that involved in the first half of the season.
Can you blame that on him though? Let's just judge him on what he's done since he's got in the game. Because if the manager don't play him, that's not his fault.
He's done. It's an 8. It's a definite 8. Definitely 8 out of 10.
Your son don't agree with you. I think your son's wiser than you. He said he gets a 10. But yeah, now let's judge him on what he's done, because it's not his fault. He has been picked, and if he's been held back because again, he's not a player where I'm thinking he's not getting picked because he's not working hard. I think he's not getting picked because again, Smith Rowe was performing, Odegaard was doing all right, Lacazette then took over that role, and Saka's on the other side. So it's very hard to get in that team, and you have to give him credit because he's kept Smith Rowe on the bench, and Smith Rowe is coming off the bench and knocking on the door and say, "Yo, I'm playing 20 minutes and I'm getting a goal and assist. You got to release me." But it seems like the impact of we're in a lead and him coming on now just to add that bit of quality seems to be working. And on that Smith Rowe note, imagine he falls to his birthday, brother. What a surprise. ESR, I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't want to blow his trumpet too much, but he's been mad. Like in the times when we haven't been performing, he's still been getting a goal or the assist. He's been carrying us at times. He's taken a lot of pressure off Saka. There's been games where he hasn't been great, but he's never he always gives you everything. Do you know what I mean? He takes them kicks, he takes them bruises. I feel we got to find a way to get him in this team more often. Now, whether that's playing him as the second pivot, I would give it a try. I think he could do it personally. I would like to see him next to Partey, just getting him on that ball from deep. As I said, get your best player on the ball as much as possible. You can shake your head all you want. You were shaking your head at me before with other comments, and it's worked out like the 3-goal hero. Don't let me pull the clip up. Don't make me pull. I ain't seen you since, actually. We're gonna get to that later.
Brother.
We're gonna get to that. But it's again we're quite blessed with that young crop we got coming through, and Smith Rowe, he doesn't look out of place in this team at all. I'm gonna give him a 9. I think he's been our standout player more consistently this season. He's got that big shirt. Getting the pressure, the big shirt,
And that's why I don't mind him getting a 9, because I was one that was very critical of Smith Rowe in the summer in terms of I thought Arsenal gave him the 10 a little bit too early. Like I thought they just gave it to him just to secure his long-term future rather than for the right now. And I did also say he needs to add goals to his game, man. That's the one thing he's missing, because he's not a Ozil type passer that's going to find the final ball. He carries the ball a lot, beats a man, and if he adds like numbers to his game, then he's going to be a player. And I thought you wouldn't see this guy till next season, but everyone laughed when I said he gives me Jack Grealish vibes. I'm not going to say that he's as good as Jack Grealish just yet, but if you see the way they both play football is very, very similar. So the way people were screaming Jack's name a few years ago, like, sky's the limit for this boy, man. Definitely.
Right, we're going to move on. We got...
Did you know Emil Smith Rowe, right? He's
Go on.
in his age category, under 21 and under, he's the second highest scoring for goals and assists in the top 5 leagues.
Who's above him?
What's he got? He's got 9 goals in it.
10, I think it was 10.
Yeah, who is above him?
Was Florian Wirtz plays for
yeah, he's a
Bayer
baller.
Leverkusen?
Yeah,
He's 18 as well. He looks like
he's
a
been
player.
playing. I think he's been in that first team for about 2 years. He's ridiculous. But
I've
yeah, now
heard
Smith
good
Rowe.
things about that guy. I've not
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
him play
he's
too
silly.
much,
He's
though.
silly.
He's a baller.
Yeah, but Smith Rowe. What can we say? Right, let's get through the strikers real quick. Just
Yeah, it'll be a quick one. It will be a quick one.
Abba. We're going to Silver Fox. You can have Abba.
Leave it on that. Leave it on that. Leave it on that.
Whoopee cushion.
Leave it on that. Leave it on
George,
that.
George, you got a score? Just a score. I don't want no conversation about it. Just a score.
Nah,
Oh, no, I need that for someone else.
I'm gonna give him a 4, man. I'm gonna give him a 4, man. I want to do my.
Yeah.
I like Abba in it, but I'll give him a 4 in it. I'm honest.
Yeah, I agree. He hasn't been good this season. Nigerian, anything higher or lower than a 4?
Yeah, 4 sounds about right. It hurts me to say numbers like that involving Abba, but it is what it is, man. I just hope he pulls his socks up, or we figure out a solution in January.
For real. So yeah, I can't disagree with that. I think that's about fair.
It's sad,
He's
really.
worked
It is
hard.
sad.
He's worked hard, but it just hasn't worked for him. Lacazette. I'm going to go first, and I'm going to give Lacazette a 9. And if you don't want to argue with me, you can argue you want. I've said it from the start, from last season. Lacazette knits everything together. It's no surprise to me Odegaard's playing better. Now Lacazette's in the team. And question me if you want, because Odegaard before wasn't doing very well. Odegaard now looks like a different player. Smith Rowe flourishing. Saka's flourishing. Martinelli's flourishing. And I think it all goes down to this man, because we was winning games before he came into the team, but we wasn't playing good football. And now if you look at the football we're playing, look at the goals we scored in the last, since Abba's been out, we scored 19 goals, is it, in 4 games? That's unheard of. We was winning 1-0s a lot of the time, sneaking 2-1s. We're now flourishing.
Average in games and stuff.
Yeah, and I said from the start, Abba and Laka, Abba will score more goals than Laka, but the team will score less. With Laka in the team, he might score less, but the team will score more. And we're actually seeing it now. Like, I think we need to put some respect and credit to this guy, his work rate. When we could have down tools against Palace, he come on, showed some energy and fight. And he's wearing the armband. And you can see the difference in our team with him in it. Like, regardless of what he's doing with the ball, I think his persona, his impact on that team is massive. So anyone try and tell me a 9, I'll kick you off the stream. Less than a 9.
No, I agree. I want to second the opinion on that and just say, I think he's crucial for that young core that we got.
Mm-hmm.
I think they show a lot of respect to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think any of them actually care that Abba's not in the team.
Yeah, and if you think
they're not playing like they care.
And them Abba and Lacazette are best friends. So for him to just come in and say it doesn't matter, like I'm here for it's about the badge. And the amount of times he's been disrespected, even if the reports are correct, we offered him a 1-year contract. And you know what? He's never ever touched that pitch and given anything less in the last 2 years than 120%. So credit to him. Like if he walks out at the end of the season, and part of me actually wants him to leave end of the season, as much as I love him as a player, but actually I feel he deserves like a good send off. I don't want to see him now. Just say we get a Flahovic, I don't want to see him just push back on the bench and then it's another Ozil situation or Abba situation where you're trying to force him out. I'd rather him actually leave with his head held high and actually go not to a hero's kind of applause, but actually give the man some respect for what he's done, because he's been disrespected so many times and he just keeps fighting back. So yeah, I'm going 9. No one else can say 9. I'm not even opening that to discussion. Right, just literally quick. We've got a couple more topics to get to. So we've got to be really quick.
Do you know what I love about this? We'll stop you 2 seconds. Do you know what I love about this?
Go on.
We didn't mention another player, but it's all good.
I'm not mentioning him. I think it'd be unfair to mention him. He hasn't been given the minutes. He hasn't been given the minutes this year.
What about Eddie?
Eddie could get some calls, but we're not going to leave Eddie out as well. They said in the Premier League, they haven't been given the minutes. It'd be unfair to judge them. So we leave them guys off. Arteta, we're getting to Mikel for the transfers and for what we've done this season, being in 4th place. Who would have thought that after 3 games? So real quick, guys, because we've got like 6 minutes and I've got another 2 questions. So Tony, we come to you first. Arteta.
9.
Fair play. Jords.
That's it. That's what we're getting.
All right, there's still some questionable things that he does with substitutions and that sometimes. So I would give him 7.5, 8.
Cool. Don't mind it. Niger.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7, man.
Not bad. I'll go at 8.
And wait, just so you know, like the way
on.
we're scoring some of these guys, you'll think that we're top 3 in the league, guys. Like we're
No,
was
but
about
it's,
to
it's
address
because
that.
No.
it's because
I
we're
was about to
so.
address that.
No, do you know what it is? I think
all I was going to say is that we're basing this on us. The objective was to get back into Europe, yeah? Whether it be top
Yeah.
6, top 4. Top 4 is the ultimate goal. Top 6 is the goal.
the realistic.
And the
goal,
way
I think,
the way we're positioned at the moment, the way the players are playing, that's how we're basing our scores. Before any rival fans go, "Oh, look at these giddy Arsenal fans," you know. So just want to clarify.
Yeah.
We needed that disclaimer. Let's not.
And what we're saying is right. I think Gunnar said it yesterday. When you look at Arsenal, we're probably one of the top 6 teams who doesn't actually have a world-class player, and that's not being disrespectful to our players. But when you look at even Tottenham, Son and Kane, to me, they're world-class. United have got world-class in every position as such. Like they've got one world-class centre-back, 2 in midfield. They got Ronaldo, who's, do you know what I mean, people call the greatest of all time. So they've got players who are in that team. You see City's team, you know Liverpool's team, you know Chelsea's team. There's world class all over the place. So we're probably the one in the top 6 who don't have a world class team. So if you're considering Ben White to Varane, Ben White's over exceeding what he should be. What they pay for Harry Maguire to Gabriel's far exceeding that. So that's why our scores are a bit inflated for where we expect these guys to be and what they're doing. It's completely like they're overachieving at the moment. So yeah, and I think that's why I give Arteta at 8 as well, because what he's had to bring in, we haven't had the luxury of spending 60, 70 million on each player. Yes, he spent a lot on Ben White, but the others shrewd bits of business, and he's got them performing at the moment. I think he stumbled across it luckily somehow with some of them, like Martinelli was due to injury. Lacazette's come in due to Abba's bit of bad form, and it seems to be working. So yeah, for me, he gets an 8. Right, player of the season. 1-word answers.
Bukayo.
Niger, we're coming to you. Niger, we're coming to Niger first. Who's your player of the season so far?
Bukayo Saka, closely
Fair enough.
followed by Ramsdale.
Go on, give me your top 3. Give me top 3 actually. Just give
Okay.
top 3.
For me, Saka, Ramsdale, and ESR. I wanted to say Tomiyasu, but
it's hard. It's a nice problem to have. It's a nice problem to have.
For sure.
Jords, top 3. Start with third place.
Oh, okay. Joint third. Nah.
Nah.
Third.
No fences.
Third. Third. Who am I gonna go? I'm gonna go Gabriel and ESR. Yeah. Joint
Right,
third.
you got 2 in there. All right, you got 2. We'll let you have it because you're on the show, but go on.
Then second Ramsdale. First Bukayo.
Ooh, no ESR. Okay.
No, ESR was with Gabriel.
Oh yeah, joint third. Sorry, yeah, he was. Sorry.
We can't give him the joint one. I'm not.
Yeah,
I've
you
got
got to pick
two,
one.
man.
You got to pick one.
bro,
Nah,
you
you
gotta
got to pick
pick
one.
one,
You got to
bro.
pick one.
He's got splinters there, isn't he?
Hey, I'm sitting on the fence, man. I'm sitting on the fence.
Come on, give me one.
ESR, man. That's my guy,
ESR
man.
has got to be in there somehow. This is madness. Silver Fox.
Third
Third
Saka. Second Ramsdale. First Holding. Now I'm joking. ESR.
Freaking hell.
My son's wilding in the comments, bro.
What's he saying? Saka, Rambo, and Patino. He's hilarious. SKTV's got some. He's saying Tomiyasu for player of the season. What I'm gonna do
What's
for mine.
yours?
Third
place.
Guendouzi.
Yeah, he deserves it. Gabriel, mine's gonna be different because I feel you build from the back. I need a top 5. I'm having a 5. I don't care what.
Hold on, why can I?
Bro, what do you mean? Nah, bro. Top 3, bro. Just because you're the host, you think you can do what you want?
I can do what I want. I need a top. I need a top 5. I need a top 5.
No, man, because you just said I got a pick between Gabriel and ESR.
I'm not hearing you.
You know what it is? I'm thinking, how can I not put Gabriel in, because he's been a rock and everything's built from the back for us this season. So he's got to go in. And then Ramsdale, again, everything's kind of starts from him. And them games where it's going wrong, he's pulled off saves, playing out from the back. He deserves to be in. ESR deserves to be in because he has probably been carrying us.
Bro, I don't want to hear your sub stories. Pick 3, bro.
All right, cool. I'm going with 3.
We all have the same issues.
No, but mine are different, innit? All right, I'm gonna go Gabriel third. I'm gonna go Ramsdale second, and I'm gonna go ESR first. There's my 3.
Bukayo don't make it.
He's been no, I don't think he's had as much as I give him a 9.5 for what he's done with the
That's
whole
what I was
everything going
wondering,
to
bro.
England.
And then
No,
why doesn't even make your top 3?
but actually on the pitch, ESR's been consistent all season. Where Saka started a bit slow. Gabriel, you see the difference with him in the team and him not in the team, and I think Ramsdale's transformed our whole football. Like everything starts from him, and it's been a massive difference. Canners, we're not all as professional as you, bro. So yes, I am making up as I go along. I don't care. So
He would never do that. He wouldn't even give us a step 3.
Right, last week we're going to get to just real quick. Our favorite moment of the season so far. So Silver Fox, favorite moment or favorite game, something.
Oh, you have to come to me first. Now it has to be Spurs.
And it's always got to be something. We've got to have something different as well. We can't all have the same thing. So you're going Spurs as your first moment.
Just because they were piping up, they thought they had it won before we even started, and then we just come out early, finish the job. So yeah, that one for me. It may change as the other guys say stuff, but it's that one for me.
Jordy, favorite moment.
When Xhaka got injured.
We don't wish bad upon him, but we needed to freshen it up in it. I'm with you on that.
No, but you know what? Yeah, I'm not actually joking. Yeah, like that was a great moment in my time. Not because he got injured, but because even now he's come back here and he's performing better. Like so, and I think when he got injured, the whole team started performing better. Now he's performing better. He's picking up better places. He's more advanced. So, like you're saying, the team, he's looking like his strongest partnership right now.
I think what it showed, I think other people were doing certain things in his position, which made us think actually the way he's been playing it's kind of wrong. We need him to play it this way, in order to get the best out of it. And it seems to be working. So I'm with you. No one wants to see a player injured, but I think him being out of that team has definitely helped us in one way or another. So yeah, okay, I hear you. Nigerian, give me a moment.
What so far this season?
Yeah.
Boy, I'd say Saka's third goal in the North London derby. That moment, it was electric, bro.
All right, I give you that because you haven't called the game.
Absolutely
you called that moment.
Electric.
So I should have gone first.
He agrees with me, guys.
Yeah,
I'm not wishing bad. Canners agrees with me.
Nigerian, your son said best moment when Martinelli came on versus Newcastle. Canners, give us your best moment as well.
Oh, that goal though.
Yeah, that was a nice finish.
Killed the game.
So I've kind of got the hardest one here now, innit? Because I've got to find. Now, to be fair, mine's pretty easy. Mine's anytime I see behind the scenes, or not even behind the scenes, you know when they do player cams, anything with Ramsdale involved is just my highlights, man.
Gumsa, what's going on, bro?
What, you don't love the news you're shit, all of that, bro. I love the shit house for you. I love it. Like, I love it. Him at the Leeds fans the other day, the Leeds fans are going crazy at him. He's just gone up and touched his crossbar and he's just singing to him and he's celebrating in front. You can't celebrate in front of us, Ramsdale. Like, all of that, I love. And you know what it is? It's just that character I thought we've been missing for a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to. I think he's just brought something which I wasn't expecting him to have at that age. Again, people were saying he was fans at Arsenal before. I'm not sure if he was or not, but something like what's his name at West Ham, Bowen. You know when you come from a lower level and you've got to this level, and you're like, it's just a dream come true to play at this level for Arsenal. Like, I'm gonna cherish every moment of it. That's what I get from Ramsdale. So yeah, just them little clips of Ramsdale giving it to the opposition fans. I love it, man. So that's me. Your son wants a goal of the season so far. We got a minute. Let's do it. Goal of the season.
He just said it.
Which one have you gone for? Martinelli, Silver Fox.
No, I said Nigerian.
I'm going for
Saka. Spurs.
Nah, that's not goal of the season because of
man. Lacazette's the team goal. The team goal.
The team goal.
Yeah.
Which
one? What's called Abba's goal against Spurs was pretty sexy too.
Yeah, that was we cut through
the team goal, man. We absolutely popped it, and Laka's finish just topped it off even more, man.
Yeah, you were doing the other day. Is that Leeds? Was it? Is it Leeds?
Southampton.
Yeah, Southampton.
Yeah. I think we all probably agree with that. That's a true Arsenal goal, isn't it? That one.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna
Getting
go
that
with Abbas
old gun
against Spurs though because of who it was against though, man.
The celebration was nice in that one as well, boy.
Yeah, but I would have gone Smith Rose against Spurs as well.
But any goal
That was
against Spurs is sick, man.
Good, yeah. Moments in
big
it, but
facts,
no, I do
big
agree. I
facts.
think the goal it's got to be the Lacazette goal. That even the finish, to bins it like he did, like the one-touch football. They tried to press us, thinking they're going to get some joy. Ramsdale sold him a little dupe with a little bad touch, thinking they can get close to him, and then he just we play through that. So, all right, as a panel, let's agree one. Let's agree one. I'm going. Jordy's gone with the Lacazette. Nigerian, what are you saying? Abba against Spurs. Silver Fox.
ESR against Spurs. I just loved everything about it.
Do you know? I might go Nketiah against Sunderland.
Rob, I was gonna say that's the honorary mention because
Pepper the nutmeg and then the part. Yeah, everything about that was.
The nutmeg was sweet, man.
Yeah, but no, I'm actually gonna go with the Lacazette goal for everything. You know why? Yeah, philosophy on football. Growing up and being an Arsenal fan, that is everything about being an Arsenal fan, isn't it? That goal. So yeah,
I think that Spurs game as well. That Spurs game was the first time we actually saw how we were going to play our game because we're seeing it more now.
Yeah, so, definitely. Odegaard free kick was decent as well, but I think the team play in that other goal, Lacazette one was different.
That goal
and save of the season, we all go save of the season so far. We all in agreement as Ramsdale free kick against Leicester.
Yeah, that free kick, Madison.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, that one. Yeah, cool.
But again, against Spurs, Lucas Moura.
Yes,
going to change the game?
Yes. Yeah, no, he's done bits. But guys, that's it. We're gonna wrap up there. Thank you very much, panel. Thank you guys in the comments. I see you, Mr.
I think we should end with a song.
What song are we singing? Yeah, Kunle, come and take us away, man.
No, Tony's got something prepared.
You got something.
Ready?
Hey.
And I like it.
Here we go.
I love it. Right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Lovely little sing song at the end as well. And we out of here. Catch us for the preview for the Man City game. Some of us might be there, potentially be there. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, great guys. Love you all. Always a pleasure. And
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone. We out of here.